Yeah, I know, guys. I know. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jirabi Therion bringing you a surprise video on Love Live. A Love Live video that you guys probably never expected. This one is going to be a playthrough of Love Live Gyakuten Live. Okay, I know a lot of you have millions of questions as to what this is and why I am spending my time playing this game. So first off, this is a fan-made game of, the Ace Attorney games with like Love Live characters and such. Actually, no. It's actually Love Live with like Ace Attorney gameplay, I think. It has everything that, is involved with an Ace Attorney game, but with Love Live characters. Which is both weird and kind of like, funny at the same time. I'm not really much familiar with the Ace Attorney games, aside from their concepts and like, we're basically lawyers defending our clients from the prosecutors and to, prove their innocence. That's what I took from, the Ace Attorney games I did watch online. And that is the crazy part. This is actually going to be, technically, my first Ace Attorney game ever. One that I'm playing blind. Which is pretty hilarious to be honest, because it turns out it was Love Live, of all things, that brought me into like, playing an Ace Attorney game. Who'd have thought? But yeah, I've been like, thinking about like playing this game a little bit, and I know, I have like other Let's Plays that I'm doing right now with like Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise. I was just in the mood to like make another video on top of those videos. I think at the moment there's only one chapter, so I should be able to like squeeze in 1 or 2 videos in the midst of my Tales of Arise and Scarlet Nexus video. Alright, so obviously we have to make sure to get this out of the way. This was obviously created by a person named Crackalack on Twitter. Yeah, I know, a lot of weird names are coming from Twitter. And yeah, I'm hoping that it's okay that I like do a little bit of a playthrough on this game, on their fan-made game that they worked so hard on. I did send a DM to them on Twitter to ask if it's okay if I Let's Play this game, but they haven't responded as of this recording session, so if you guys are seeing this, then they said yes. Anyways, I'd like to really get started with this game because I feel like I'm gonna really like playing this game for some reason. I don't know why. It's just the concept itself. And it looks like you is going to be the main character in this game.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna defend all my idol waifus, except for Kasumi. I know she's gonna be guilty by default.
Okay, so let's look at the options real quick. Music video, sound effects volume, voice blips, and screen shake. All it seems good so far. Nothing I really need to change. And donors, music player. Oops, my mouse is on the thing. That's gotta be the difficult part, like dealing with the mouse. Okay, donors. Who are the donors? Magic, Jammy, Soap, Ham127. Ham127? Dario. No, Dario? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Chris Pauza, Verdisking, Chefoe, Junior Mints, Fun Colors, Andrea, Fabiola, Hanamaru Trash. Okay. Wow. Oh my god. I hope Akio didn't see that. Danklord. Okay. I wonder if I should donate myself to see my name on the title. I probably should. Music player. I probably shouldn't read this yet. I kind of want to hear the music blind. Behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I think I'll read the behind the scenes after this game's overall ending and such. It's kind of want to learn the story about how this game was made. I'm very interested in that. Anyways, let's get started with a game, shall we? It's gonna be so awkward just seeing the Love Live characters in the new art style. Yeah, but alright, feels weird. I mean, it's not bad. I think it's really impressive, the artists, who drew all of these. Man, Karin looks good, Aya looks good, Rina looks good, Setsuna too. Daya's gonna be in the next episode? That's pretty interesting. But right now it's gonna be you, Ayumu, and Shizuku. Man, Shizuku looks like she's going really hard on this. Not really surprising given she gets really intense during drama stuff. Alright, let's get started. Episode 1, Birth of a Turnabout. Guessing that's Setsuna's ponytails? Actually, it's Nana technically. Oh, the voices.
Where am I?
Wait, that's not Setsuna? Don't know a character who has ponytails like that.
I remember you. You're...
Okay, I have no clue who that was, to be honest. Man, so far, like, the animations look pretty impressive. Recipe, double braided filled loaves. Of course, Kasumi always picking your bread. Better not be a bomb in there this time, Kasumi. That's probably what this trial is gonna be about. I'm gonna be defending Kasumi from, because of the fact that she, filled her bread with bombs and that Ayumu ate it and her head exploded.
Yeah, I figured you'd do something this stupid, Kasumi.
Okay, so I've been looking into Nikupi's Let's Plays, and the way he does this readout was that he does it like this: March 7, 4:47 p.m. defendant lobby. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think that's Nikupi's stick, so I'm gonna do it in a more low tone voice. March 2nd, 4:47 p.m. defendant lobby. Okay, I hope I didn't sound cringe there. Either that, or I hope I didn't make any of you get horny all of a sudden. Bunch of weirdos. Alright, here it is. Apparently U's, name is actually with, one U, not two U. So, I've been wrong the entire time. Whoopsies.
Boy, am I nervous. This is our first case of school attorneys. If this doesn't go well, it could be our last. Wow, did we suddenly go to law school all of a sudden?
Okay, I'm guessing that's Ayumu.
Hey, Yu-chan, over here. Oh? Oh my god, Ayumu, baby girl! You're so adorable! The artist really did you justice!
Yeah, seriously, I think Ayumu looks really cute in this, art style.
Good afternoon. Are you all ready for the trial? Huh? Of course I am! Oh my god, you're so beautiful! Your boobs are oddly big. Really? That didn't sound confident. You didn't skip out on studying courtroom proceedings, did you? No, it's just... I have no clue if this stunt is going to be popular, that's all. I sure hope Suzuku-chan knows what she's doing. I don't know why I'm saying Chan. Anyway, you came to watch me, Ayumu? More than that, I'm here to support you and later have sex with you after you win your trial. You know I'll always be up at your side. Are you sure? But aren't you the victim in this case?
What? She is?
Oh no!
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Kasumi.
Oh, fuck. Well, yes, but... You believe in your client, don't you? You believe in her innocence.
Oh my god, I swear. Please do not be the case that Ayumu actually is guilty. That'd be really heartbreaking. I'm nah, she cannot be a Yanrei. It's too early for that meme.
If you believe that your client is innocent, then I will too. Ayumu! Fuck, I love you!
Okay, this is gonna be Kasumi. Okay, you guys are gonna be surprised by Kasumi voice. For those of you who haven't really been watching my Love Live videos, it's gonna be pretty strange, but I'm sure you guys will get used to it.
Yeah, senpai! Speaking of your client, I think that's her over there. Oh. Senpai! There you are! Yeah, hey there, Kasumi-chan. Senpai believes in Kasumi's innocence, don't you?
Wait, what? Kasumi's innocence? Wait, who's the guilty party here? Is it Kasumi or Ayumu?
She would never do something like this!
Hold on, I'm kinda confused. Wait, let me look back a little bit. I think I can't. Is there a way to put up the logs? And I could have sworn Ayumu said that she was the one who's being framed here. Oh, it is a crime report. Attorney's badge, lovingly crafted for me by Ayumu. She figured my outfit wasn't complete without it.
No, thank you so much, Ayumu, baby girl.
Crime report. Time of crime, March 1st, approximately 3:30 p.m. The victim consumed bread laced with extremely spicy mustard. Suspect was apprehended at 4:10. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. Ayumu said that she was the victim. Kasumi is the one who's on trial for possibly being the suspect. Okay, I get it now. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I know, guys. This is how you know that this is actually my first ever Ace Attorney game. Technically.
Okay, maybe she would, but it wasn't Kasumi this time. Don't worry, Kasumi-chan. Of course I believe you. I wouldn't have taken your case if I didn't. Well, actually, I kinda had to because, I don't know how to do this, so yeah. I do wonder, though, what exactly happened if it wasn't Kasumi-chan? The crime did seem like something she would do. Yeah, you get me, Ayumu. Kasumi thinks she was framed.
It's gonna be hard to say Kasumin in her voice.
Kasumin thinks she was framed. Framed, huh? Now, who would do such a thing? Guess it's something we'll have to find out.
There you are. Hello. I wonder who that is.
That sounded like...
Hey, Shizuku. Wow, she actually looks good in this, like, you know... Oh, wait. Oh, wow, she actually has, like, an animation, too. Wow, she looks really good. Okay, what was, like, my voice for Shizuku? I think it was this.
Are you ready for the trial, Senpai? Yeah, of course. Are you sure? You've studied all the courtrooms proceeding through and through? Absolutely. Why does everyone think I'm a slacker? So, Shizuku-chan, do you think this will work out? As in, do you think people will want to see this type of thing? Of course, people love mysteries. I'm sure this will be a hit. It's not like we're like leeching off of another popular series. There's no way. That's just the silliest thing in the world. Even if it doesn't turn out to be popular, it couldn't hurt to try, right? You think? There are people out there who actually want to see an idol group do boring lawyer stuff. You can't imagine someone would seriously find fun in such a thing. That's such a silly thing. Well, I just came by to visit. Good luck to you, and let's hope this trial makes for a good show. There she goes. Yu-chan, are you okay? You're shaking a little. I'm fine, it's just... seeing my opponent face to face makes me a little nervous, even though she's technically younger than me. I don't usually go on stage like you guys. Even though I probably should, you know? Collab games make a lot of bank if, like, you know, they made yours for me. I'm not used to performing, especially since lawyering is not something I've ever done before. Don't worry about you, Chan. Really, you should feel proud of yourself, even choosing to attempt this, whether you win or not. Remember, you can do it. Oh my god, Ayumu, please, do not be like I. Oh my god, I can just imagine her saying that. Oh god. It's okay, Senpai. You'll always be Kasumi Senpai, even if you fail horribly and make yourself look like a total idiot. You don't want to talk, Kasumi. That's one way to put it. But they're right. There's no shame in giving this another shot. The only thing to do now is to just go all in. Just like how I have sex with the Ayumu. Obviously.
March 2nd, 5 p.m. Courtroom. Yes, I sound very sexy, didn't I, guys? Oh, hello there, Nana.
Hey, Setsuna. Well, technically, you're Nana, technically.
Okay, well, since, you know, I figured out, like, Nana's voice in this version, while in Setsuna, she's more like energetic. Here, she's more mellow, so I think I have the perfect voice for her.
Court will now begin for the trial of Nakasu Kasumi. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, ready, Your Honor. Are you sure about that defense? Yeah, I know. I don't sound ready. I've heard it before. Look, I'm just a little nervous, that's all. Don't forget to breathe. Your Honor, if I may, I propose we let the defense start this trial off. Good idea. Perhaps it'll help quell the defense's nerves. Or it could be a total disaster. Very well then. Defense, tell us who the victim in this case is. Okay, you, this is it. Come on, you know this one. The victim in this case is...
This is Ayumu Urahara, right?
That would be Urahara Ayumu, Your Honor, even though her name should be swapped, but sure. Very good. I'm glad you knew at least that much. I mean, I did say as much as myself not 15 minutes ago. Next question. What is the crime that Kasumi is on trial for? Huh? The crime? Yu-chan, you didn't forget, did you? Of course not. I'm just having a moment of non-rememberedness. Everything you need will be in the court record. If you forget anything, press tab to check your evidence.
Alright, I will. Definitely, like, in this crime report. It's time of crime, March 1st, approximately 3:30 p.m. The victim consumed bread laced with extremely spicy mustard. Suspect was apprehended at 4:10. Yeah, it's that.
Okay then, let's give this a shot. The crime that Kasumi is on trial for is...
humiliation with bread in the shoes. Murder with bread choking. Sabotage with laced bread. Yeah, sabotage with laced bread, right?
According to the crime report, the victim consumed a loaf of bread laced with extremely spicy mustard. That's correct. Well done. Ha! This isn't so hard! Last question. Who is the detective on this case? What's that question? That's too hard! Even though I technically should have, like, known about this beforehand, but sure, we're just doing this for the tutorial. Oh, need my help again? Yeah, I do, Ayumu baby girl. Okay, look. If you press R in the court record, you can also check the profiles of everyone involved in the case.
Oh, I didn't know that. Alright then, let me see. There it is. Takasaki Yu, year 2nd. Me, an up-and-coming school attorney. I'll bring justice to those who are innocent, except for Kasumi. I know she's guilty in this trial. Ayumu Urahara, the victim. The crime occurred on her birthday, March 1st, which was yesterday. Okay, doesn't tell me much. Kasumi Nakasu, year 1st. My client. She's a known prankster and is suspected of sabotaging the victim's birthday present. Okay, and Shizuku Okasa, year 1st. The one who came up with the idea of school attorneys. She is also the prosecutor of this case. And Kanata Konoe, I haven't seen her yet. Year 3rd, the detective of this case. Wait, it's Kanata? There's no way. She would like sleep a lot. There's no way she's a detective who's always on this case, who was assigned to it as she was near the scene of the crime shortly after it occurred. Okay, that's interesting.
Alright then. The detective of this case is...
Kanata Konoe.
It says here that Kanata-san's a detective. Somehow. I don't know why you guys trusted her to do all this. So it would appear. It looks like you're ready to go. Ready to get cursed on by the prosecution, no doubt. Man, I've got this. It's gonna be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, since the defense is undeniably ready, I suppose it's time for the prosecution to present its opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. From what we know, the incident occurred at approximately 3:30 p.m. on March 1st, which was yesterday. For those of you who aren't aware, March 1st happens to be the victim's birthday. At the time of the incident, the victim found this basket of bread left in front of her locket as a birthday gift.
Okay, basket of bread added to the court record. A basket that contains 3 loaves of bread filled with sweet cream, sealed with adhesive flaps. The label reads, Happy Birthday, an anonymous admirer. Okay.
Oh, double-braided bread filled with cream, was it? Looks tasty. Looks like a piece of evidence just got added to the court record. I better remember to check it out.
Okay. Let me just see if I can check it. Yeah, usually like when you get like evidence, you can like look at it, deeply at it. I don't see anything unusual about it. Can I like unwrap it or something? Doesn't look like you can do anything with it yet. Alright.
Naturally, the victim then unwrapped one of the loaves and bit into it. Unfortunately for her, the loaf that she chose happened to be the only one that has been laced with an excessive amount of spicy mustard.
Are you sure it wasn't just the fact that Kasumi just kind of messed up? Half-eaten loaf. The bread that Ayumu tried to eat, double-braided, just like the other loaves, laced with an absurd amount of spicy mustard. Okay. Let me check that out as well. Should be something in there. Actually, no, it can't. Interesting. What does that have to do with the bread here? Is it a different bread, or... I don't know. Maybe she just chose wrong? I don't know.
Needless to say, the victim immediately went into a panic and started perspiring.
Perspiring? Oh, perspiring, I guess like crying?
Ruining her makeup as well as the rest of her day. She's taking this really seriously. From the amount of mustard found in the loaf, we can conclude that the act of sabotage was most likely deliberate. The court agrees. This doesn't look good. Judges already agreed with Shizuku-chan. Although, the question remains, why would anyone make an enemy out of the victim? Yeah, no, she's like, the most precious person in the world. She definitely wouldn't kill anyone if I dare have sex eyes towards Shizuku or anything. What was that, you? Nothing, you baby girl. Worry not, Your Honor. Please take a look at this. It appears to be some sort of journal. Correct. This is the defendant's diary, received from her locker. Well, I got a bad feeling about this.
Wait, is that like Ayumu's like journal? Oh my god, let's read it, please.
There's an entry in this diary of the utmost interest in this case. According to the date on the entry, it was written at 12:05 p.m. on March 1st, shortly before the crime. The entry reads, Look, I just saw Ayumu-senpai for the first time today. She looks too cute, cuter than Kasumi. As expected, she sounds envious. Ah, damn it, Kasumi! She wrote that!
Kasumi's diary at 12:05 p.m. on March 1st, Kasumi wrote that she was envious of Ayumu's beauty after seeing her for the first time that day, presented as possible motive. Well, I wouldn't really blame her because Ayumu really is beautiful.
Ah, she noticed? I put extra effort into my makeup that day. Yeah, it was really beautiful, Ayumu! You were so beautiful! Damn it, why would she write that? She's really hanging it herself here. I think it's clear to everyone in this court. Kasumi, being a known prankster, did what Kasumi does best. The prosecution presents the following narrative. What occurred yesterday was a simple act of sabotage out of envy. A prank gone too far, if you will.
Yeah, there's only like 8 girls here.
Order! Order!
Oh man, it's gonna be like weird saying order because he could be there and like order, order, order! Even though Nana isn't capable of actually doing that, so this will be interesting.
Well, this case seems pretty open shut. We have 3 things. An opportunity for the crime to be committed, a motive for the crime, and evidence.
Okay, let me like check out Kasumi's journal. Nothing here either. Still wondering why we can check the breads. Why the breads? I don't know.
I wouldn't be too opposed to handing down a verdict right now. That's it? I didn't even get to do anything yet!
Oh, was that? Oh, she did.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for a guilty verdict. But wouldn't you say that it would be too easy? When did she get so arrogant? Looks like she's fully embraced the role of a prosecutor, as expected of Shizuki-chan. There are non-arrogant prosecutors, you know. Like Van Seeks, maybe. I don't know if he was arrogant, I don't remember.
You know, I have a really good idea for cracking, whatever your name was. Make Yohane the fallen angel, prosecutor Van Seeks. I want to see Yoshiko doing the same bizarre shenanigans Van Seeks did in, like, that Ace Attorney game, where he just basically, like, throws, wine at, the chandelier, just randomly, like, throwing wine bottles all around, while also saying,
"Pray, forgive the discourtesy of my mind has wandered. I was considering what cuisine would best complement the contents of my hallowed chalice at luncheon."
That would be a very funny thing for Yoshiko to be doing as a prosecutor. Come on, I want to see it in, like, the future chapters. I hope this was originally your idea. I would pay money for that.
In the interest of making things more, well, interesting, the prosecution would like to present its first witness. Very well. Oh boy, here I am. Woo! Just came back from my weed smoking session. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Konoe Kanata. Kanata-chan is Haruka's big sister. Oh, and Kanata-chan is also a member of the Nijikasaki School Idol Club and a member of the Hell community, even though I smoke a lot of dank weed.
Wait, she is? She actually is a member of the health community? Oh my god, that all those weed jokes I made. Oh my god.
And the detective of this case too, it looks like. Thank you. You did a good job with the investigation yesterday, even though all you did was sleep, especially given that you were called on short notice. We would like you to testify about exactly how you found the evidence and how you came to the conclusion that Kasumi was the perpetrator. Okay. Just give me a second, I need to, smoke this pot real quick. Kanata's going to testify? Alright, Yu-chan, make sure you listen closely. This is going to be important.
Alright. What do you have to say, Kanata? What was found?
Kanata-chan began investigating the scene of the crime at 4:15 p.m. The basket of bread was right there, on the ground in front of the locker. Kasumi-chan's diary was later found in her locker, so we had her motive. The basket of bread had Kasumi's name written on it, so we concluded that it could only have been her.
Okay.
It all lines up with what was previously established. As expected. Thank you for the testimony, witness. Now, defense, cross-examine if you dare. Cross-examine? This is it, Yu-chan. The cross-examination is the defense's chance to attack. Defense? Attack? Right. How does that go again? Well, think of it this way. If Kanata-san's testimony stands, we're done for. Everything she said has incriminated Kasumi-chan. That means your goal is to point out contradictions in Kanata-san's testimony. Contradictions? People are flawed. Testimonies might not always be accurate, whether on purpose or by mistake. If Kasumi-chan truly is innocent, then the evidence should contradict the witness's testimony somehow. When you find a statement that contradicts a piece of evidence you have, open the court record and present that evidence. Okay, I think I get it. You really are good at this, Ayumu. You should totally be a prosecutor or something someday. That's definitely not foreshadowing for a future event in this game. Totally not. No thanks. I don't have the heart. Well, this is it then. My first cross-examination as a school attorney. This is gonna be a total disaster.
Okay, cross-examination. What was found? Kanata-chan began investigating the scene of the crime at 4:15 p.m. Okay, let's press this.
The crime occurred at 3:30 p.m., right? What happened between then and 4:15? Izuku-chan heard about the incident about 3:50 and decided it was a perfect for a case, so she called on Kanata-chan. We acted as quickly as we could, but it still took a while. So between 3:30 and 4:15, basically nothing happened. Well, that's rather anticlimactic.
Oh, nothing happened in between the two? Okay, let me check my court record, because I feel like that's something important. It said 3:30 p.m. The victim consumed bread lace with extremely spicy mustard. Suspect was apprehended at 4:10. So she said 3:15 to 4:10, nothing happened, right? Nothing yet so far. It's gonna be very hard to spot it right off the bat. The basket of bread was right there, on the ground in front of the locker.
Exactly what was in the basket? Just as the evidence says. 3 wrapped loaves, and 1 wrapped loaf with a bite taken out of it. Sounds about right. I suppose that's all there is to that.
Kasumi-chan's diary was later found in her locker, so we had her motive. Hold on, was it actually found in her locker? I think it was. 12:05 p.m. Wait, later? Hold on, this is isn't this kind of a contradiction that the time of crime was March 1st, approximately 3:30 p.m. At 12:05 on March 1st, she wrote that. This is... I'm probably just thinking too hard about this. So let's press her on this.
This crime reporter mentions that you found a twist tie. Why hasn't that been submitted? Sorry about that. The custodian probably threw it away because we couldn't find it afterwards. Well, that's unfortunate, but I guess it shouldn't matter too much since it was just a little twist tie. As for the diary, why did you go to Kasumi's locker specifically? Just a hunch. It looked like a prank, so Kanata-chan's first assumption was that it was Kasumi-chan's doing. Well, I wouldn't really blame you, Kanata. Wouldn't you have thought the same, Yu-chan? You've got a point. Jeez, this is already going bad.
So, hold on. Diary was later found in the locker. We had a motive. The basket of bread had Kasumi-chan's name written on it, so we concluded that it could only have been her. Hold on, but I didn't see anything on the basket, did I? Yeah, there's nothing on it. It's supposed to be it. Hold on, it's supposed to be it. How do I present? Or, no, that's not the button. This one. There you go.
Witness, can you explain something to me? Where exactly do you see the defendant's name on this basket? You don't see it? It's right here on the label. Huh? It's not here. That's right. The basket is from an anonymous person. Anonymous? The defense is right. There's not a name to be found in this basket. How did you miss that? Way to go, Yu-chan. Good eye. That's weird. Kanata-chan wonders how she missed that. Yeah, how did you miss that? Maybe you were reading it with your eyes closed. That's mean. Sorry, that came out wrong. So the meaning of this is... It means that the basket can be from any one of those thousands of students at this school. The prosecution's evidence is completely circumstantial. Wow, looks like you did study hard after all. Give me some credit here. Not bad, defense. You might be sharper than we thought. But that was an easy one, wasn't it? Low-hanging fruit. It was a cheap and small victory. Go on, tell me 100 more ways to say those. Unfortunately for you, cheap things don't hold up well. Clearly, the witness was just speaking figuratively. The defendant's name might as well have been on the basket, is what she meant. I suppose that makes sense. Give me a break, she absolutely did not mean it like that. In any case, a discrepancy as small as this, it can easily be covered. Wouldn't you say so, witness? The prosecution will just leave it to you. Please testify again. And please, no metaphors this time. Kanata-chan will give you all a better reason. Just gotta smoke my weed pipe real quick. I guess that didn't really do much for our case. Don't give up yet, Yu-chan. With every contradiction you point out, you get one step closer to the truth. You're making great progress. Just hang in there. Alright, you baby girl. Closer to the truth, huh? Then I'll just have to chip away at the prosecution's case little by little until it collapses.
Alright, witness testimony. How we narrowed it down.
The locker we found the basket at wasn't the one in the hallways. It was the one in the club room. Only members of the school idol club have access to the club room. Also, only the club members would know which locker belonged to whom. Combine that with the motive. The only one who could have done this is Kasumi-chan.
That doesn't sound like a really good case, to be honest. Aside from the fact that, like, only the idol club members would like, use it. But wouldn't that also, like, narrow down the suspects since, like, you know, whoever put the bread inside Yuma's closet would know it was hers, right?
It appears that the defendant is the only possible culprit after all. Indeed, there are fewer than a dozen students who have access to the club room due to the fingerprint sensor on the doorknob.
Wait, what is a fingerprint sensor on the doorknob? Why would they have something like that?
Out of those few, only the defendant could have had both the opportunity and motive to commit this crime. Wouldn't you say so, defense? This isn't looking so well for us. Hey, did you see any contradictions in that? Well, to be honest, no. So, are we screwed? There's still a chance, Yu-chan. We're not out of this game just yet. Maybe we can still turn this around if you press Kanata's side. Press her? What, like on her stomach? Because I kind of like to do that a little bit, but you think we can squeeze the truth out of her that way? No, I mean ask her questions about her testimony. Pressure her. Giggity, giggity, right? Yeah, giggity, giggity. It's entirely possible for her to say something that we didn't know before. That could be our ticket out of this pinch. Defense, would you still like to cross-examine the witness? Of course. Alright, I'd better give this a shot. Otherwise our chances of winning will be even more shot.
Alright. The locker we found the basket at wasn't the only one in the hallways. It was the one in the club room.
Exactly what difference does that make? You're the leader of the club. You don't know? Objection sustained. Hold your horses now. Kanata-chan was just getting to that part. I guess I've got to get more used to this pressing things. No penalty though, that's good.
Oh, what? Do I get a penalty if I actually press them when they have no reason to? That's not good. Only members of the school idol club have access to the club room. Okay, not this. Also, only the club members would know which locker belonged to whom. Yeah, press center to that.
Just because someone's a member, that doesn't mean they would know which locker was whose. Are you saying the inverse is more likely that someone who's not in the club would somehow know each locker's owner? I guess not. The lockers were only added to the club room recently. Currently, they aren't labeled with anything besides a number. Those two facts together suggest that only someone who frequents the club could have seen which locker was whose. Come on, there's gotta be something you can use here.
Okay, combine that with the motive. The only one who could have done this is Kasumi-chan. Just, I kind of like skipped over that.
This testimony is a lot stronger than the last one. Not only that, but Shizuku-chan started to get aggressive. Still, can't stop here. Remember to press the witness for more information by hitting Q.
Yeah, I know.
Better try that. Doesn't look like there's an opportunity for me to turn this around yet.
Like we found the basement was the one in the hallways, it was one in the club room. Only members of the school idol club have access to the club rooms. Also, only the club members who know which locker belonged to whom. Combine that with the motive. The only one who could have done this is Kasumi-chan. Okay, press her on that.
Wait a minute, don't you think that's kind of a leap in logic? Everything about that line in the briefing is based on assumptions. There's no definitive proof that my client is the one responsible for the crime.
Oh, jeez. Why did she, like, slam that book?
Access records. Access records? Yes, access records. The fingerprint sensor on the club room door does more than just control who enters. Seriously, how do we have, like, a fingerprint sensor on a club room door? Like, what's the point of that, which is just, like, 10 of us? It also keeps track. What?
Access records, March 1st.
I see. I would like to draw your attention to this area here.
Ah, so there's a gap between the two. Wait, Ayumu, did it twice? So she went in at 12:05 p.m. and then 3:30 p.m.? Why on those two occasions?
The victim had entered the club room on two separate occasions, once at 12:05 p.m. and once at 3:30 p.m. Recall that the incident had occurred at 3:30 p.m. How fortunate is it that the victim happens to be there in this courtroom right now? Tell us, did you see the basket at your locker the first time you entered the club room? Ayumu, did you? Well, no. Order!
I'm trying to like figure out how to do this order stuff with Nana. It's like she said, kind of like Letsumoto, so I was like,
Order!
I don't know, it seems kind of boring to be honest.
Let it be known that the defense approved of that testimony. So, in other words, the only time that the basket could have been left at the scene of the crime was between the first time the victim entered and the second time the victim entered. As you can see, the only person who entered the room between those two times was Kasumi-chan.
Ah, jeez, nah.
That seemed to be the case. Witness, please add this to your testimony. Sure thing. Sorry, Yu-chan. I think it just blew our chances. No, don't worry, you baby girl. It's not your fault.
Okay, access records. Records of everyone who entered the club room on the day of the crime. The system was shut off at 4:30 p.m. on the same day. Interesting, is that it? Let me look at this. So Emma went in at 10:02 a.m. Kanata went in at 11:50 a.m. Ayumu went in at 12:05 p.m. Kasumi came in at 2 p.m. Ayumu came back in at 3:30 p.m. and Kanata came in at 4:15 p.m. Wait, why was Kanata there at 11:50 a.m.? That's pretty bizarre. She also came in and came out, but Ayumu didn't see the basket the first time around. Interesting. So I wonder what's going on here now.
They got us good. Is this it? Is it over for us?
The access records show that Kasumi-chan was the only one who entered the club room between the two times Ayumu entered, so it must have been her. Maybe press her on that? Something about that is just off.
Kanata-san, you yourself are on this access record twice. Yeah, the 4:15 one was when Kanata-chan arrived to investigate the scene. There also would have been a 4:51, but then we shut off the system at 4:30 to prevent making the list longer than necessary for evidence sake. What about the 11:51? The 11:51? Kanata-chan went in there to take a nap. Emma-chan was long gone by the time Kanata-chan got there. And just as previously said, the basket wasn't there at the time. The prosecution has built a strong case. It really doesn't look like anyone else could have been behind the crime besides the defendant. Is there really nobody else who could have done it?
There is someone. Come on, there is someone. I don't know who, but it's someone.
Actually, there is someone. Oh, who might that be? I'll show you. Here is another person who also could have committed the crime.
Another person? The only person I could think of is Emma, right? Can I see it? Wait, Kanata? It couldn't be Kanata. Kind of confused right now. The only person who was there was Kanata, Ayumu, Kasumi, and Emma herself, but Kanata was there before Ayumu arrived, and Ayumu said she didn't see the basket when she arrived the first time. But when she left and she came back, it was there again. And at the time, Kasumi was the only person who went in after her. So, God, this is a bit weird. Is it Kanata? I don't know. I really don't know. It could be Emma, but Emma's on the thing, so it can't be her. Let me check this thing again. Nothing there. 12:05 p.m. That was when Kasumi wrote the thing, right? And at the time, that was when Ayumu entered the room. She saw it for the first time that day. That was when she entered the room. Would that also have meant that Kasumi was also in the room? Wait. If Ayumu entered the room and Kasumi saw Ayumu at that time, why didn't she enter the room? She could have also entered the room at the same time as Ayumu, but why did she wait an hour before she entered again? That's pretty strange. And the crime happened at 3:30 p.m. I'm thinking that is actually Kanata. I think it's actually her. Let me present this one. Ah, dang it!
So with this, you said Emma.
Wait, what? Oh, it actually was right. Oh my god.
So with this, you said Emma-san was gone by the time you arrived, so she had nothing to do with the crime, correct? That's correct. I see. What about you? Huh? Kanata-chan? The fingerprint sensor tracks people who enter, but says nothing about who leaves. I assume it only works for the outside, so people don't get locked inside if it fails. How do do we know that you didn't put the basket there after Ayumu left the first time? Wait, this is wrong, isn't it? Fortunately for you, witness, we must consider all the possibilities. Suppose you brought the basket in when you first entered and hid it somewhere in the cloakroom until the defendant came and left. Wouldn't it be possible for you to place the basket then?
Ah, I see. I didn't really think about that.
It'd be easy to frame our client for the crime. No, Kanata-chan's the detective. If you were still in the room after the victim left the first time, then anything could have happened. As previously established, the victim happens to be in the courtroom. How fortunate! Well, care to ask her again? Were you still in the room when Ayumu left? Well... The defense has a fair point. We cannot rule out this possibility. I did it! I've got her! Great going, Yu-chan. For a second there, I was worried that our goose was cooked. Almost as if, maybe the prosecutor on the other side is gonna, yell objection and we're gonna all be screwed all over again. Although, if Kanata-san is the culprit, I wonder why she would ever want to do such a thing. Only one way to find out. Prosecution, is there anything you would like to say in response? No. No? Correct. Nothing needs to be said. The defense's argument is how should I put it? Baseless accusation! She saw this coming? The prosecution's trust is in the witness. Just tell them what happened and you'll be fine. Okay. Figures. Shizuku-chan wouldn't be so clumsy as to incriminate her own witness with that access record evidence. Looks like it's not over yet. I've got to keep the pressure on.
Okay, what Kanata-chan was doing?
The access records don't lie. The one who could have left the basket was Kasumi-chan. To be honest, Kanata-chan was asleep until 2:10 p.m. But it wasn't Kanata-chan, because there was nowhere to hide the basket. It wouldn't even fit in the locker. At 2:10 p.m., when Kanata-chan woke up, she left the room immediately. Kanata-chan was asleep the whole time. She didn't do anything between 11:50 a.m. and 2:10 p.m.
Is Kanata talking first person? I didn't think she ever did this in School Out Festival All-Stars.
Everything seems to be in line with what we know, both about the evidence and about the individuals involved. As expected. Just to check, was Kanata-san really asleep in the room when you entered, Ayumu? Well, yes actually. She's telling the truth about that at least. So we'll have to take her word for that then. Defense, your cross-examination, if you would. Jeez, Nana, your tits are really big! Not that I'm complaining.
What Kanata-chan was doing? The access records don't lie. The only one who could have left the basket was Kasumi-chan. Was it really her though? The only one? I'm wondering. It says happy birthday, anonymous admirer. She said something here that was it kind of caught my attention a little bit. Let me see. To be honest, Kanata-chan was asleep until 2:10 p.m. 2:10 p.m. That part is right. She was there when Ayumu arrived. What about Kasumi? We haven't asked her yet. But it wasn't Kanata-chan, because there was nowhere to hide the basket. It wouldn't even fit a locker. Would it really though? I'm sorry, I really am looking into this every time. Really shows that I'm not capable of figuring this out on the fly. At 2:10 p.m., when Kanata-chan woke up, she left the room immediately. Did she really though? That's my question. 2:10 was when Kasumi came in. But did Kasumi ever see her? That's my question. 2:10. Don't say anything yet, so I'm gonna have to press her then. The access records don't lie. The only one who could have left the basket was Kasumi-chan.
Are you sure? Because the records have been tampered with. That's extremely unlikely. The access records are easily obtainable, but the information itself is impossible to modify. In addition, the prospect that the sensor was somehow tampered with is next to impossible, since it would mean that everyone would be locked out. Something the matter, Ayumu? It's vain, but I think I remember a very short period of time yesterday where Kasumi-chan and I were both in the club room. Really? But the spaces between you entering the room and Kasumi-chan entering the room are anywhere from an hour and a half to almost 2 hours. Unfortunately, conjecture like that won't get us anywhere unless we can substantiate it.
Interesting. To be honest, Kanata-chan was asleep until 2:10 p.m.
From your entry at 11:50 to 10 p.m., that's a gap over 2 hours long. Yeah. Okay, well, first off, don't you have class? The better question is, does that have anything to do with this case? True.
But it wasn't Kanata-chan, because there was nowhere to hide the basket. It wouldn't even fit in a locker. What do you mean by that?
Nowhere to hide the basket? The club room is relatively open. There isn't anyone to easily conceal a basket as big as that one involved. Leaving it out in the open is also out of the question, as the witness would have no reason to leave such a gift unattended when she naps. But the basket wouldn't fit in a locker? Did you test that? One of the first things Kanata-chan tried upon arriving at the scene was to see if the basket could fit in the locker.
Yet you found it in Ayumu's locker.
Turns out it can't. It's a little too wide unless the loaves of bread are taken out. Then it could be squished a little. But suppose you have the loaves of bread in your locker and the basket everywhere. Kanata-chan had a custodian open everyone's lockers. They were all too full to put the loaves in them, including Kasumi-chan's. That's when we found Kasumi-chan's diary in the locker. What did you just say? Kasumi-chan's diary came from the clubroom locker?
Kasumi's diary updated in the court record. Kasumi saw Ayumu for the first time on March 1st at 12:05 p.m., presented as a possible motive, retrieved from Kasumi's locker in the clubroom.
This whole time, I thought Kasumi's diary came from the hallway's lockers. This could be important.
Yeah, because if it was like a retrieve from the clubroom, that changes a lot of things here. Like, wait, so Kasumi's was in the locker room, but they obtained it at like 4, I think? Hold on, let me look back at it. She saw her at 12:05 p.m. That means she has to have been inside the clubroom then, before that time, but I don't see Kasumi in there yet. Retrieved from Kasumi's locker in the clubroom. At 12:10, when Kanata-chan woke up, she left the room immediately.
Was the basket at the locker at this time? Kanata-chan doesn't remember. She must not have been paying attention. Well, isn't that awfully convenient? How do we know you're not just saying that as a cover-up? Please, defense. Unless you have something to suggest that the basket was, indeed, at the locker, let's not jump to conclusions. She's right. I'll have to be able to prove that, but I don't think I can. Maybe I should look for something else.
Kanata-chan was asleep the whole time. She didn't do anything between 11:50 a.m. and 12:10 p.m. 11:50 a.m. and 12:10 p.m. Okay, probably something there. Let's press her.
How can you be sure of that? You could have woken up in the huge gap between people entering and nobody would have known. The witness has already clearly established that there was nowhere to hide the basket in the room. Are you suggesting she materialized the basket out of thin air without leaving the room and dropped it between 2 and 3:30? Well, no. Guess this line of questioning won't do us any good. I've never seen Kanata-san so panicked before. I feel a little bad for her. Do you think she did it? I don't know, but we have to find something that incriminates her in the testimony, or we're done for. Not necessarily. There might be something else that is out of place. You never know. For example, if you show that the access records aren't as flawless as Kanata-san claims, or something, try turning your own thinking on its head. You never know where a contradiction might pop up. Whatever the case, remember that you can press for more information.
I don't know, I'm not really seeing this right off the bat. Kanata is saying that she didn't do anything from the time she, entered until the time, Kasumi came in, right? But that could have been the time where she could have hidden the basket somewhere. And she said that, the basket can fit inside the lockers. But then how did it fit in Ayumu's locker? That's my question. Hold on, did I, miss that or something? But it wasn't Kanata-chan because there was nowhere to hide the basket. It wouldn't even fit a locker. But here's the thing. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Is it this one? I don't exactly know. Can I, look into it again? I don't know. I actually don't know. At 2:10, when Kanata-chan woke up, she left the room immediately. So fucking confusing. Where is the contradiction here? It's gotta be the basket case. I'm gonna, try it. No, it's not that. Get a little this, Your Honor.
Get a little this, Your Honor. Oh, I see. This obvious evidence is totally true and all that. Whoopsies. Wait, whoopsies. That's the wrong one. Whoopsies. Sorry about that.
I am honestly fucking confused about this, to be honest. I figured it would be the basket, because, you know, obviously the basket would fit inside Ayumu's locker, but apparently she's saying it wouldn't fit in the locker, and I'm kind of confused. I'm really confused. The only one who could have left the basket was Kasumi-chan, but maybe it's this one? No, it's not that. Which one is it? I'm legitimately confused right now. Wait a minute, wait a minute. 2:10 p.m. Is it this one? No, again, it's not that. I honestly don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here. Am I just not pressing enough? It's like, is there something specific that I had to press? Let me try it again. Could she have been in the same room as Kasumi and Ayumu? Were all three of them in the same room? I don't remember if I actually pressed on this or not. Like, let me press on it again, just in case. So then that means she was in the same room as Kasumi. Not that. Oh wait, this? No, it's the wrong one again. This is honestly a really confusing one, to be honest. I feel like I'm missing something here. Where is the contradiction here? I don't understand.
One eternity later.
God, I'm having so much fucking trouble with this for no reason. You're saying it's like an hour and a 2-hour gap in between someone entering a room, right? In that same hour, someone can enter the same room as you, and it will show up in the logs. But I don't know what part I should fucking show it. Is it this one or something? I don't particularly know. No, it's the wrong one again. Great. Fucking failed it for the first time. That part is really confusing me, to be honest. Because it's saying that, like, oh, did I not save? Oh, fuck. Oh, don't tell me I didn't save. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, I thought I reached a checkpoint. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Great, it's one of those bullshits of it. Like, don't save and I fail, I have to do it all the fucking way over again. Great. Alright, I'm back at this again. That was so annoying to have to get through all of that again just to get back to this point. All because I didn't know, apparently this is a game where if you don't save, you go all the way back if you fail. Ugh, okay, fine. I just hate when I find out a game is like that the hard way, you know? SS records don't lie, the only one who could have left the basket was Kasumi-chan. What does that fucking mean? Okay, what does this mean exactly? Okay, so it's saying that like a person can enter a room and then the next person can enter even though that person never left? Is that what they're saying? Is this the part? Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be the part where I show the evidence? This might be it. The whole time she was saying that if she took it out, then that means this bread here would be it, right? I am just so fucking confused by this. What is the contradiction here? It's not the basket, it's not the bread. So what is it then? Yeah, this is the part, isn't it? That part that like Yuba was talking about before. Where people can still enter even though, like, you know, one person can enter the room, but another can also enter the room even if you left. This whole fucking thing is confusing me. It has to be the access records, it has to be. Is it the basket? No, I don't know what it is. Is it this? What? Wait, it was this one? Retrieved from Kasumi's locker in the club room. Kasumi saw Ayumu for the first time on March 1st at 12:05 p.m. Presented as possible motive. Retrieved from Kasumi's locker in the club room. Why does that counter it, exactly?
Witness, I need you to take a look at this evidence. Kasumi-chan's diary? Correct. Thank you for telling me that you found it in the club locker because this opens up a critical contradiction. It does? That's right. It contradicts with another piece of evidence. Really? In that case, show me the evidence that contradicts Kasumi's diary.
What it says? The time frame, right? This thing here. The time in which they entered.
I would like you all to take a look at the access records. The access records? According to the access records, the only time the defendant entered the club room was around 2 p.m. How, then, is there an entry in this diary from 12:05 p.m. on that day? Huh? Ridiculous. The defendant simply wrote her entry at 12:05 outside the club room and brought it in at 2 p.m. and placed it in the locker. And I don't suppose that you have any proof of that, do you, prosecution? It's simple, really. I don't get how you're not seeing this. If the defendant were in the room at 12:05 p.m., she would have been in the room with the victim. Well, Ayumu-san, Kasumi-san wasn't in the club room with you at 12:05, was she? Actually, she was. Huh?
Her face is like,
What?
that's so funny. What?
Let it be known that the prosecution approved of that testimony. No way. If you overdid the whole cocky prosecution thing. Unbelievable. So the reality of the situation is, the access records are not definitive proof. It looks like Ayumu and the defendant entered the club room simultaneously at 12:05 p.m. This opens up the possibility that anyone from the club could have entered the room at any point, assuming they enter when someone else leaves. As a result, the defense attests that there's not enough evidence to convict the defendant. The court has determined that there is not enough information for a proper ruling yet. There are too many questions left unanswered to cast suspicion on either the defendant or the witness. Phew, Kanata-chan is off the hook. In light of these revelations, the court will be adjourned for the day. Both the defense and the prosecution are to search for more evidence for their respective cases. Well done, Yu-chan, you did it! Even though you kinda struggled in that last part, you managed to hold out for the day. Ah, great, what is it now? Let's not get hasty. When I said that the prosecution was ready, I meant that the prosecution was ready. The prosecution would like to present the second witness. Ah, damn it, are you serious? The first one was so hard! Second witness? Your Honor, the witness can be prepared in 15 minutes. Very well. The court will take a 15-minute recess so the witness can be prepared. That is all. Court adjourned. Ah, god dang it.
March 2nd, 6:21 p.m. Defendant lobby.
Yeah, that was a fucking disaster. That was tough, but it looks like I managed to pull through to some extent. Well done, Yu-chan. Looks like you really have a shot at winning this, even though you're kind of low on HP and you kind of like, game over to the last section. You think so, Ayumu? You have way too much faith in me, to be honest. Shizuku-chan's got another witness coming up, and it could go either way. She waited until now to call the next witness, so it might be more detrimental to her case than Kanata-san was. But you never know what to expect in this type of situation. Maybe what the next witness saw will completely break our case. We won't know until they try taking it head on, I guess. Senpai, you were so cool in there, even though you kinda fucked up. For that, Senpai gets the biggest, cutest Kasumi week. Here it comes, catch! Alright, got it, Kasumi. Don't worry, I'll put it right into the blender right here. Hold on now, Kasumi. This isn't over yet. Shizuku-chan's calling another witness that we have to tackle. Did Senpai see how mean Shizuko got in there? Why is she trying so hard to get Kasumi in trouble? Senpai, do you think Shizuko hates Kasumi now? Well, if she does, I wouldn't really blame her. No, absolutely not. It's the prosecutor's duty to attack the defense's case. She's not doing this out of any malice. Say, who do you think is the next witness, Yu-chan? Hopefully not I! If it's someone like Emma-san, we might be in trouble. Who knows? We're just going to have to go in there in high spirits and hope for the best. Don't worry, Kasumi-chan. I'll pull the truth out of the situation by the end of the day. Hopefully. Unless, the next witness is gonna be another pain in the dicks. Oh, God.
Episode 1, Birth of a Turnabout, to be continued. Jesus Christ, that was a difficult one to do. Fuck, man. Shit. The only reason I had trouble was because of the fact that I didn't think that, the diary would have any importance whatsoever. At least I didn't think. Oh, well, I'll have to, figure that out later, I suppose. Fuck. March 2nd, 6:35 p.m. courtroom. Okay, guys, I think this is a perfect time to end this episode off. Yes, I know, this is gonna be a weird way to stop this episode, but fuck me, man. Trying to, get through that first section was kind of a hassle. It was really difficult because of the fact that, oh, well, if you don't save and you get a game over, it won't, put you right back in the same spot that you fucked up. You have to go all the way back to the very beginning if you didn't save at all, which I really hate in video games, to be honest. I fucking hate it. I don't know why there are still games that do this stupid crap. It's not a flag towards, the developer of this game. I'm sure there's some reason why this is a thing in this game. And honestly, it was kind of, misleading that, they had it up onto the screen that says, oh, you reached the checkpoint. That was the reason why I didn't save at all, because I thought, oh, it's going to take me right back to the checkpoint. But it didn't do that when I failed that section, so I had to do it all the way over again. I'm sure there's a reason why this is a thing in the game. It's not a major harp towards the developer. I'm sure they tried their absolute hardest on this game. And if they did, I really commend them for that. This game has been really interesting so far, and the whole Ace Attorney stuff has been really interesting. I still feel that the save system should be a lot better, to be honest, to make sure if you do fail and not save, you still get put back into the checkpoint. Unless there was something that I missed entirely, just like that section with Kasumi's diary. I get it. This is my very first attorney game, and I'm not entirely sure what I am doing. I'm trying my best to get an idea of how to properly do everything. It's just that section, I didn't think at all the diary would play a part in it. I didn't think at all. At first, I thought it was the access records because they put so much emphasis on it, until I realized, oh wait, we updated Kasumi's diary. That must be important somehow. But I think that's gonna be something that's gonna be happening from now on, so I should pay attention to that. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed this, strange episode of Love Live. What was the name again? Nichigaku High or Gyaku something. Gyakuten Live. Yeah, Gyakuten Live. If you did and would like to see more, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down in the comment section. Yeah, I know, this was an utter disaster. I know, I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry I didn't do the absolute best that I could. But I still think this is a fun fan game, and I still think you guys should give it a try. And very much thanks to Crackalack for putting so much effort into this game and allowing me to play it. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe if you have not already. And please be sure to follow Crackalack on Twitter and support them. And I promise you all that this Therium will be around for the next episode of Love Live Gyakuten Live. Until we meet again, guys, I bid you all a fond farewell.